I think markets and money managers are getting confused. Too much is changing too quickly. They don't know what the policy makers are doing. One side you are tightening the liquidity levers, another side you're letting it go. So there's a lot of confusion. And typically foreign investors don't like uncertainty. So that, to my mind, is the big factor which is really dragging the markets down. Foreign institutional investors have turned net sellers. The sell number which we got on Tuesday was a net sell number of about 1400 crore. I guess India, which was the most sought after destination for global investors are now treating their India investment as an NPA, and now they are throwing away stock. So the quality end of the market is now coming under pressure, and clearly the patchwork what Reserve Bank of India tried to do, that is not helping the market. Indian markets have fallen, or Nifty has fallen by about 400 points in a matter of 4 days. And such a oversold market is struggling to bounce back. And the opening today turned out to be the highest point of the day. That just tells you that this market is in a very strong, pronounced downtrend. And it is clearly advantage bears in the short term. But what is on my list? Well, a buy idea. Why? Because Biocon is on the radar for a lot of smart managers. There are very few stocks which will do well in a very tough environment, and my sense is Biocon could be one of them. What could be the trigger and what is the buzz? The trigger is very simple. It is rupee. Now, Biocon has followed a very different hedging policy. They followed a very long-term hedging policy, and the real effect of rupee depreciation has not really kicked in their balance sheet. So the Q1 numbers were okay, but they did not capture the real downside of rupee. Once those forward contracts will extinguish, which is closer to October and November, the real benefits would kick in. So in the second half of this calendar year and the second half of this financial year, you will see a multifold increase in Biocon's net realization because of the rupee depreciation. B, there is a buzz that they could be launching the generic version of insulin in Europe soon. Biocon is now emerging out to be a global company for producing generic version of insulin. That really could be the big trigger. The Bangalore capacity in last quarter was not working at 100% utilization for Biocon because of capacity expansion. My sense is the capacity utilization there will go up. The stock is not very expensive. Even after the recent run-up, it is trading at 14-15 times, which is at a decent discount to industry average. So the path in the short term for Biocon looks rather clear. And I think it's a matter of time. More and more funds would be actively looking at accumulating Biocon. The fact that stock is falling more, on a good day it is gaining less, to my mind that is some kind of an indication of internal strength. So there is a buzz, which is the generic launch of the generic insulin version in Europe, and of course the rupee advantage, which something has not kicked in for Biocon, but my sense is going forward you will see that effect really getting captured in the balance sheet.